Okay. Hi there. This is June Lucal. Hopefully you can hear me and see me. Um, I am here streaming. I'm going to be showing you um, demonstrating some ways to use lighting the way stamps and um, dies. So first of all, in case you don't know me, I'm June Lucal. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and a licensed art teacher. And I've been doing this I always forget to do the math. I believe it's been about 18 years. And I love doing this. I really do. And I love, I'm a lifelong learner as a teacher. So I am interested in learning technology and getting to know that a little bit better. But I love to fall back on my art. And that's probably my strength. I have plenty of weaknesses, but this is my strength. So hopefully we've got some people coming to visit us. And I have some cool cards to show you. One of them is completely done and beautiful, and I love it. And other two are awesome ideas. And you're going to work with me on that because they're not completely ready yet. So, they are, but they are in my head. So hopefully you can, I hopefully got this to work. I think it did, to get it so that you can see me at the same time that you can see my desktop. And forgive me if I start doing things off screen because I'm kind of reaching a little bit. So there's my hands, but it's kind of in front of me and I actually hurt myself. I don't know how, but somehow I've got tingly arms. So, okay. So I don't know if anyone's visiting us, but let's get started. So first of all, lighting the way. I'm sorry, the glare. Well, still a glare. All right. I like this. I chose this because I have fond memories of going with my mom and sisters and dad. My mom had a really good friend, I think I'm not sure if mom's on here, she can tell me, but hey, Nancy, you're here and James is here. Hopefully mom remembered. I don't know. But I can ask her when she gets on, if she gets on. But her friend Jan had a pool, and we used to go over there a couple times a week. And we also had picnics there. And some of the best memories I have are catching fireflies in their backyard. And they had a pool, and we went way up on the hill, and they had fireflies. And I don't know why. There's really not that many fireflies where I live. But there were in Richfield, Ohio, for some reason. So this was really neat to see. And I actually found out that there is some kind of synchronized firefly thing in the Great Smoky Mountains, and I was going to go see if we could go see it at some point. And I'm not sure that that'll be anytime soon because unfortunately the peak seems to be right in the middle of my arts and crafts camp, which, by the way, we're in the second day of, and went pretty well today. So, all right, enough talking, right? All right, so the first card I'm going to do, actually, I guess I didn't completely cut out my paper. Well, you might have to cut out some paper with me. So, all right. I believe that was 3 3/8. So, unfortunately, I don't have. This is the new paper, the lemon lolly paper cardstock. Great color. I didn't think I'd like it, but I do. Not maybe as much as I liked Mango Melody. That was probably my favorite, but it's gone now. So just a fond memory, apparently. All right, so I have my lemon lolly, and I did. Whoops, maybe that wasn't a good idea. All right. What is it? So I have lemon lolly. All right. And actually, the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to do the night sky. All right. So this is called Starry Sky appropriately. And I'm going to flick some white ink on it. Now, this is how I ended up doing it. I have a little cup. All right. And I put the white refill ink, which I literally had out. Yep, here it is. Okay. So I had this white Stampin' Up! Refill craft ink. And I put that a couple drops into that, and I squeezed a little bit of water, and now it's kind of soupy, not too much, but just a little bit. Now I'm going to put this paper down because I don't want it all over my tabletop. All right, but there. All right, now I'm just going to flick it. Whoa. Got some big stars going on, and I actually did get it in other places. Good thing I covered my desk because I got some way over here. All right. So it looks like a shooting star or something. But I'm going to be covering that part anyway. So I'm going to make it really make a Milky Way by putting a whole bunch in there. I don't know. We'll see. But you can see, hopefully, how starry that looks. If you don't look at that one too much. All right. Hopefully that looks plenty starry. Maybe get a little bit more. All right. All right, so I'm just getting the extra white out and let that dry because those are kind of blobby still. All right, so I'll take, that'll be my orange piece out. Okay, then I'm going to have a scrap piece here because now we're going to do some work on this. Now, first of all, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to do something else. All right, so I have cut this out of watercolor paper. All right. By the way, the lantern, I just realized I have all the little pieces scattered about. So let me kind of introduce you to some of these dies. All right. So we have 3 little tiny ones, tiny fireflies. Here's the other one way over here. All right. Then we have some that are kind of the cutouts, okay, of fireflies. Here's a bigger firefly with different pieces that you can cut out. So I'm going to do this in vellum for one of the cards, and then I can do this in yellow and this in, I haven't decided actually. And then of course we have the lantern, which is really cool. And it is not in this. So you almost need, well, you know, if you don't want to have a lantern, I guess you don't have to do that, but it's a coordinating kind of thing. Okay. And then I have some pieces that go with the branches. So see, you can't see that, can you? All right. So you can see that would cut this piece out. Okay. And this would cut this one out. And this would cut this one out. All right. And then we also, as far as dies go, I guess that's it. But that's a lot of pieces, actually. All right. And, oh, there is a piece here somewhere for this one, I believe. Yep. Over here. Okay. So maybe I'll just put these over here. Okay. Oops. Okay. So here is our main workplace. And I popped all the extra pieces out. Good to see there. That'd be a good spot. All right. So we're going to watercolor this and make it look kind of 3-dimensional. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use Mossy Meadow. And I'm bouncing it, kind of squishing the top onto it so that I have plenty in the lid. All right. And I'll put that right there. Then I'm going to take my water painter. Now I'm going to do wet to dry because I want this to be fairly vivid. And the darkest places I want to put on the outside edges. And you also want to be careful that you don't touch it too much. The oils of your hands will become a resist. That actually happened to my last one. And I should have probably washed my hands before I started this one, but I did not. All right, so I'm going to basically just try to hold that loosely, but bring that all over. And the lightest part, hopefully, would be like where the light hits, like right about there. So try to get that. Now I'm kind of working from a distance here. So I'm going to put more coming on this side. Okay. Now, I love this color. I know Jill does too. Hopefully she comes on today. Maybe she'll watch the replay. All right, so I'm going to make the top part of this mossy meadow. And let's add some more dark green over here. Okay, and then let's do the bottom part. All right, so I will bring this up to you closer in a second. Hopefully you can see it though, as I work on this. And being that it's a small shape, it's doing this wet to dry is okay. If you were doing a large shape though, you would want to probably get the whole thing wet so that it's wet on wet. But this is a small shape and I want some vivid colors here. So in fact, I'm going to get that a little bit juicy to get that a little bit diluted here. All right. And you can always come back and do layers. That's the other good thing. All right, so so far we got that. Looks like missed a spot there. Couple spots. Well, this is really interesting, doing this up in the air like this. All right, so now I want to do the handles. I can always do more, like I said. I'm going to do the handles in copper clay. Okay, I'm going to bounce this again like the same. Whoops, and there. This is one of the new in colors, and I really like it. I mean, I'm not sure I'm like completely in love with all the colors. I don't know if I can watercolor this up in the air. Maybe. All right. So one thing, this one has some dents in it so that it's not actually directly touching the wet to the wet, because the water doesn't know any better. It's just going to run into each other. It just likes to, it's actually cohesion. Water molecules are directed to each other. So it ends up kind of evening out in the long run, but it has to, they won't do that if they're separated by dry paper. Okay, so that if you keep that in mind, you should be fine. All right, so, and this has a very slight tiny bit of dry paper right there. So, because that was debossed. Oh no,